what I found that these types of energies, you know, they have names, they have certain properties, they look like certain things. You can tell what they are. You can tell if they're an entity. You can tell if it's a spell that somebody put on you. Spells are fascinating. You can also tell if it's something, let's say, like, I'll call it a situational attachment. Okay. Let's say, and because there are attachments that happen to us all the time, they come and go. Okay, so let me just talk about this real quickly, and if I need to go back to anything, we will.
Go for it.
There are things we clean off all the time, just like we would be walking, maybe walking in a yard and there's some dandelions and they're blowing in the wind. Okay, we pick those up. It's the same way in the unseen world, let's say, where there'll just be phenomena that just attaches to us, almost like it's happy and it's just curious, and so it might stick to us. Okay, that's one thing. We get rid of those every time we shower, every time we connect to the earth. It just kind of, the earth kind of pulses and zaps us, you know, with some energy, and those things just kind of fall off. That's most energy around us does that. There's situational attachments where maybe we're at a bar, things are getting kind of rowdy, people are a little drunk, you know what I'm saying? And literally spirits will be present. Well, those spirits, if they're interested in us or want to kind of feed off of our energy in some way, you know, they kind of get a high when we're high or whatever too, they can attach to us. And I don't mean like get into us, but they can ride on our energy field too, especially if we're in an inebriated state. That kind of softens our field and allows them to attach. Well, those are things we get rid of too, right? You know what I'm saying? When you get a little clearer and you say, okay, now I'm going to get myself back together. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to do something physical. Those will typically leave as well. The ones that are way more difficult are if somebody has put some cords into us because they're trying to control us or control our energy. And I'll say that narcissists do that all the time. They are very, very difficult narcissists, but their energy is difficult. What they'll literally do is they'll go right to the third chakra. I'm going to show you where that is, with a very specific person, or purpose. So this is our third chakra. Well, this governs our solar plexus. It also governs our willpower, who we are in the world, what we're here to do, and the energy with which to complete that. So a narcissist, because their goal is to control us, they'll control us by putting at least one cord, usually a big one, in that center. And in order to disrupt our energy, to make us be more like not so sure of ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And always kind of doubting us and that kind of thing. So they'll literally feed off of our energies. And over time, if you notice anyone that has long-term relationships with a narcissist, they tend to get very physically ill. Often it's an autoimmune issue, something you can't quite put your fingers on because of that attachment. I want to talk about another thing. So those are relatively easy to get rid of once you understand what they are and that you realize they're there. There's other things that are way more difficult to get rid of that